Cole Palmer inspired Chelsea to club World Cup glory as the England international produced a virtuoso performance against European champions Paris Saint-Germain to secure the global crown for Enzo Maresca's side. Palmer scored twice and provided an assist as the Blues became the inaugural winners of FIFA's revamped tournament in New Jersey with a 3-0 victory. Despite being the underdogs, Chelsea began the final on the front foot, and Palmer curled narrowly wide after a fine team move. Robert Sanchez did have to react well to keep out Desire Doué at the other end, but the Blues' early pressure eventually told midway through the first half when Palmer guided a shot into the bottom corner after good work by Malo Gusto. Palmer produced an almost identical finish after quick feet created room inside the penalty area for him to make it 2-0, and the Blues made it 3 before half-time when Palmer carried the ball towards the edge of the penalty area, before playing in João Pedro to chip the onrushing Gianluigi Donnarumma. PSG looked to get themselves back into the game after the break, but both Ousmane Dembele and Vitinha were both denied by stunning Sanchez saves, while substitute Liam Delap twice forced Donnarumma into strong stops shortly after replacing Pedro. João Neves then saw red in the closing stages for PSG after he pulled Marc Cucurella's hair. US President Donald Trump attended the Club World Cup at MetLife Stadium on Sunday, as Chelsea and PSG played for the trophy in the expanded 32-team tournament in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Trump, who attended the match with First Lady Melania Trump, was greeted with cheers as he arrived at the stadium, but also got a smattering of boos when he was briefly shown on the stadium's view screen. The Trumps were joined by FIFA President Gianni Infantino in a luxury box to watch the match. The boos grew louder post-game, however, when Trump and Infantino took the field to participate in the trophy ceremony. Trump handed the Young Player of the Tournament award to PSG's Desire Doué, the Golden Glove award to Chelsea's Robert Sanchez, and the Golden Ball Award to Chelsea's Cole Palmer. Trump and Infantino then collectively awarded the Club World Cup trophy to Chelsea captain Reece James. Asked post-game to name his all-time favorite soccer player, Trump called Pelé the GOAT. Many years ago, when I was young, they brought a player named Pelé to play, and he played for a team called the Cosmos, Trump said. He was the inspiration we had, and this place was packed. It was an earlier version of this stadium, but right here in the Meadowlands, and it was Pelé. Remember, in May, Trump appointed Andrew Giuliani as executive director of the White House Task Force for the 2026 World Cup, with the goal of ensuring fans traveling to North America to watch the competition will have a seamless and safe experience. Together, this group will help plan the biggest, safest, and most extraordinary soccer tournament in history, Trump said at a task force meeting that included Infantino and U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance. Giuliani, the son of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, previously served in Trump's first administration as a special assistant to the president. Trump, who is chair of task force, also named FIFA senior advisor Carlos Cordero as a task force senior advisor. Barcelona have agreed the sale of a teenage prospect to Fiorentina, raising funds to be used elsewhere in the transfer market. Fiorentina have been watching Cospo for several months and will now secure a deal for less than $1 million to bring the 18-year-old to Serie A. The deal is likely to include a sell-on clause for a young man who made 12 appearances with the Barcelona under-19 team in 2024-25, including 3 in the UEFA Youth League. Barca are known for giving chances to young players, but the belief is that a move would be the best option for the next step in Cospo's career. The club will be glad to get some additional funds in amid continued financial difficulties, which are preventing moves for key transfer targets. Swiss defender Cospo began his youth career at FC Grenchen, joining FC Aarau, Grasshopper Club Zurich, and then Barcelona in a strong early career for the 2007-born centre-back. If this deal is soon completed, Cospo will begin a new chapter with Fiorentina and hope to get the chance to make his professional debut if his development continues well in Italy. Barcelona will hope to put the funds towards new buys this summer, with squad improvement still desired by manager Hansi Flick. Cole Palmer produced a scintillating first-half masterclass as Chelsea demolished Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 to win the Club World Cup final at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium on Sunday. The English attacking midfielder scored twice and provided an assist for João Pedro in a devastating display in the revamped tournament's decider that left the European and French champions, who finished with 10 men, stunned before the break. Chelsea, who won the 2021 Club World Cup in its previous format, struck first in the 22nd minute when PSG fullback Nuno Mendes gifted possession to Malo Gusto. After his initial effort was blocked by Mendes, Gusto collected the rebound and found Palmer unmarked in the middle, and the midfielder made no mistake, slotting a tidy finish just inside the left post. Palmer doubled the lead after the 30th minute cooling break with a goal of sublime quality. Latching onto a precise through ball from Levi Colwill, he cut inside before faking a pass to dummy a defender and firing into the bottom left corner. Palmer then turned provider, running up the channel before finding João Pedro, who took the ball in his stride and beat the offside trap before chipping his finish beautifully over keeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. PSG's misery was completed when João Neves was sent off for pulling Marc Cucurella's hair in the 83rd minute, as PSG's players grew in frustration as the match progressed. The encounter turned into an ill-tempered match at the end, with players going at each other after the final whistle, but the flare-ups quickly dissipated as Chelsea's players went to celebrate with their fans. Chelsea arrived in the US after winning Europe's third-tier Conference League and on the back of a domestic campaign in which they managed just a top-4 Premier League finish. Prior to the match, Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca said he was expecting a game of chess against PSG coach Luis Enrique, but it was a quick checkmate for the Italian, who gave a tactical masterclass. Maresca's team employed a relentless high press and emulated the tactics used by Brazilian outfit Botafogo, who had beaten PSG 1-0 in the group stage and were the only team to score against Luis Enrique's side in the previous 8 games. Luis Enrique said he was trying to separate players during a post-match brawl at the end of Paris Saint-Germain's Club World Cup final defeat against Chelsea, after footage appeared to show him pushing João Pedro to the ground. Chelsea's 3-0 win ended with bad-tempered scenes following an 86th-minute red card shown to PSG's João Neves for pulling the hair of Blues defender Marc Cucurella, and the 2 sets of players clashed at the final whistle. Pedro, Gianluigi Donnarumma and Achraf Hakimi were all involved in a confrontation before Luis Enrique seemed to push the Chelsea forward in the face. But the former Barcelona coach said that while the scenes were not what was best, he said that he was attempting to calm the situation. After falling to a surprise defeat which denied PSG the chance to add a world title atop their Champions League crown, Luis Enrique said his team were not losers. Luis Enrique and PSG will get some needed time off with the conclusion of the Club World Cup. They return to action on the weekend of August 17 when League One play resumes. Liverpool and Preston North End players, staff and supporters paid tribute to Diogo Jota during their pre-season friendly on Sunday, following the Portugal forward's death. The match, which Liverpool won 3-1, was the Merseyside club's first since Jota, who was 28, and his brother Andre Silva, who was 25, died in a car crash near Zamora, Spain on July 3rd. During an emotionally charged afternoon, Preston captain Ben Whiteman laid a wreath in front of Liverpool's travelling fans before a rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone was sung ahead of kick-off. The teams then took to the pitch wearing black armbands before a poignant minute's silence was held in the brothers' memory. Preston also produced a special matchday programme in recognition of the significance of the fixture. Liverpool have retired Jota's number 20 shirt in his honour. Several of Liverpool's senior players, such as Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson, who were part of the club contingent that attended Jota's funeral in Portugal last week, were absent from the matchday squad as they continue to build fitness ahead of the new Premier League season. They were watching from the stands at Deepdale. Mohamed Salah captained Liverpool, with goalkeeper Georgi Mamadashvili, Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez making their first appearances for the club. Goals from Conor Bradley, Darwin Núñez and Cody Gakpo gave Liverpool a deserved victory, with Núñez copying Jota's video game celebration after finding the back of the net in the 53rd minute. At full time, Liverpool players and coaches gathered in front of the away end as the supporters sang Jota's name. Lionel Messi continued to make history Saturday, extending his MLS record streak of multi-goal games as he scored twice in Inter Miami's 2-1 win over Nashville SC. Messi claimed the record last week when he became the first player in MLS history to score multiple goals in 4 straight league games, and he took that streak to 5 Saturday, with a goal in each half to help Miami to a 5th consecutive MLS victory. Miami moved to 5th in the Supporters' Shield standings as it aims to win the title for the 2nd straight season. Messi is also tied with Nashville's Sam Surridge for the MLS goal lead this season, with 16 goals in just 16 games. The Argentina great opened the scoring in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with a perfectly placed free kick in the 17th minute. Messi beat the Nashville wall and goalkeeper Joe Willis with a low left-footed shot that found the bottom corner of the net. It was Messi's 69th goal from a direct free kick, and his 6th with Miami. It also gave him a goal in a 6th straight MLS game, one behind his best such streak in MLS set last year. Chelsea's players have given an insight on what was said when Donald Trump crashed their Club World Cup trophy ceremony. The US president joined FIFA chief Gianni Infantino on the pitch after full time to present Chelsea with the trophy after the Blues shocked European champions PSG to win 3-0 in the final. But bizarrely, Trump opted not to follow Infantino out of shot once handing captain Reece James the trophy, instead lingering as Chelsea's stars were forced to celebrate around him. When asked what was said to the leader of the free world, James said, "To be honest, it was quite loud. I couldn't hear too much. He just congratulated me and the team for lifting the trophy and told us to enjoy the moment." Cole Palmer, who was involved in all 3 goals and bagged a stunning brace to propel his side to glory, was seen visibly confused by Trump's prolonged presence. Trump was attending the game on the anniversary of his attempted assassination, which saw him narrowly escape death in Butler, Pennsylvania, while campaigning in the 2024 election. He watched Chelsea dispatch a PSG side who had previously looked unbeatable, with Enzo Maresca's side writing themselves in history as the first team to win the revamped Club World Cup.